Should have music or something. Let's just have it and turn it down. Let's go adjust the music to turn it down. Okay. So I kind of got bored, a little bored. Bum, bum, bum. So here's what I've been doing on Microsoft Copilot to kind of keep up on certain things. Like, here's the global energy crisis. And then I just go, update, please. Oh, after I tell it I'm human? Okay. Grounded strictly in today's source reporting with your realistic, hopeful point of the day included. Okay. Trump calls off fresh strikes after Gulf allies say a deal is very close. Trump postponed a major planned attack on Iran. A major planned attack, okay. After Saudi Arabia, Qatar, and the UAE asked him to wait 2 to 3 days, saying negotiations with Tehran were nearing a breakthrough. He warned that if no deal is reached, the U.S. military is prepared for a full, large-scale assault. That's insane. That is. Pakistan delivers Iran's latest response. Gulf states push for diplomacy. Iran submits its newest proposal via Pakistan. Qatar publicly expressed full support for Pakistan letting the end of the crisis peacefully. Okay. Drone strike near UAE's Baraka nuclear plant heightens regional fears. Okay. I think I heard about this yesterday. A drone attack triggered a fire at an electrical generator near the Baraka nuclear facility. No casualties, no radiation leak. UAE calls it a dangerous escalation. You think so? You think so? A dangerous escalation? The whole global economy has been munched, and that's a dangerous escalation. Okay. Saudi Arabia also intercepted 3 drones entering from Iraq. Okay. This is one of the most sensitive incidents of the entire conflict. Okay. Crazy. Trump repeats clock is ticking or there won't be anything left of them. God. Oh, that's insane. Trump again warned that Iran, the time is running out, saying Iran must move fast. Iran responded with its own conditions, end the regional military operations, lift sanctions, release frozen assets, recognize Iranian sovereignty over Hormuz, and compensate for war damages. None of this is going to happen, with the exception of one and possibly part of this part. Because the compensation for war damages, not compensation, but help repairing, that's it. They're not going to get it. They're not going to get it. Negotiations remain far apart. This is not going to happen. There's no way. I'm just saying. Wall Street shaken by oil shock and Iran tensions. Dow futures and tech stocks fell sharply. Brent crude surged above 110. Treasury yields hit their highest level since February 2020. Investors fear prolonged inflation and geopolitical instability. This is now a macro financial event, not just an energy crisis. Iran says it's working with Oman on a new Hormuz security mechanism. Iran claims it's developing its involvement in security in the Strait. This suggests Iran is preparing for long-term controlled passage, not a full reopening. I don't think that's going to happen. Israel continues heavy strikes in Lebanon despite ceasefire extension. Israel has launched 100-plus strikes since Friday, killing more than 3,000 in Lebanon since March 2. Hezbollah drone attacks continue, injuring civilians. Lebanon front remains extremely unstable. Hormuz traffic still at approximately 10% of normal. The Strait of Hormuz live tracker shows 5% tonnage. Okay. Functionally closed. All right. Realistic, hopeful point of the day. Gulf allies successfully pressured Trump to pause strikes, a rare moment of unified de-escalation. Okay. Saudi Arabia, Qatar, and the UAE jointly urged Trump to delay a major attack because they believe a deal is very close. He agreed. Okay. Why this matters. Gulf states have enormous leverage, both over Washington and Tehran. Their unified request signals genuine diplomatic momentum. A pause in U.S. strikes reduces the risk of a runaway regional war. Reduces the risk of a runaway regional war. Okay. This is the strongest coordinated de-escalation move in weeks. Okay, it's not a breakthrough, but it's a real meaningful pause. Okay. Meaningful pause at a critical moment. Okay. Bottom line, and it's just telling us everything we just knew. Okay. So the other thing I was following was the Claude Mythos thing, which is now expanded. To include any MDASH related or the... What's the Google one? What's the Google one? Didn't MDASH, what didn't you tell me? Just... Let's see. M-dash. Oh, let's just ask it. It's gonna know. Or the Google one. Didn't you just mention the other day that Google was close to a Mythos model? Anyways, and the other... All right, we'll see what that gets. Where will we be? Go to the beat. Da-da-da. Here's your fresh, fully grounded update for May 18th, covering Mythos, MDASH, and Google's frontier model activity, and AI plus game dev news, based strictly on today's search results. Okay, today's search results did not return any Mythos-specific news, but they did return major MDASH coverage and significant game dev AI updates. Oh, okay, that's kind of cool. So 49 days remain until July 6th, the earliest date Mythos found vulnerabilities can be publicly disclosed. Okay, so Mythos, nothing new. No glass-wing announcements. Everything serves as published material. Okay, MDASH updates. Continues dominating coverage. New articles surfaced today. Multiple outlets again highlight MDASH's benchmark win over Mythos and its discovery of 16 Windows vulnerabilities. Okay, MDASH scored that on CyberJam, beating that on that. Okay, there's 100 specialization across scan, debate, and improve vulnerabilities. MDASH found this is mostly okay. All right. Google Frontier Model AI security updates. No new Google Frontier Model or Mythos class announcements today. Your research, how are the earliest one today? Okay, Gemini-based multi-agent systems. Oh, that's cool. Gemma 4 on-device acceleration. That's right. AI-first hardware, Google Book. Cool. But none of these surfaced in today's results, not counting new today. Okay. Okay, the game dev news, AI game dev new, Unreal Engine 5.3 AI features surfaced today. AI features surfaced today. Okay. The May 17th article surfaced in today's search window. That's a good song. Okay, new major AI features in Unreal Engine. AI-driven character animation using ML-based motion synthesis for more realistic movement. Will you get that out of my way? What the hell? AI-powered content generation for environments, assets, and effects. Improved physics-based simulations for more natural interactions. One of the biggest AI game dev updates of the month. Okay, major May gaming releases surfaced today. May 14th industry roundup highlights major release. Forza Horizon 6, directed mixtape, Lego Batman, Empire. Not AI-specific. AI game engine structural analysis for service. Unity natural language scene editing, asset tagging, debugging, Unreal LLM-powered NPC dialogue, procedural generation, social behavior simulation, CryEngine, AI via Kythera middleware. Oh, this is not new today, but did appear in today's search. Okay. New today, no Mythos news, MDASH continues dominating coverage with benchmark wins and winner. Okay. All right, and the other thing is religion versus politics, which is a crazy one. Okay, update, please. Daily intelligence brief. I like how it's structured it like that. It's so funny. Okay, strategic picture, Strait of Hormuz. The strait remains effectively closed as a normal commercial corridor. Iran claims strict management and controls return its forces, and the U.S. maintains naval blockade and concern in its charges. Confusion over status is now a feature, not a bug. Oh, hold on, my mouse is stuck in the rock in a hard place here. Okay. The cord has been freed. My mouse can now move freely again. All right. Confusion over status now a feature, not a bug. Tehran alternates between open, closed, and managed, while Washington assists blockade stays until a broader deal is reached. Okay. The Strait is a contested zone of control and narrative. Both sides are using it as leverage in negotiations and domestic messaging. Okay. U.S. posture and rhetoric. President Trump repeated that the clock is ticking for Iran. There won't be anything left of them if they don't get moving past all the U.S. and wiped out their armed forces. And public asserted the U.S. is not controls the Strait of Hormuz, and that the blockade will remain until a deal is reached. The U.S. is doubling down on maximalist rhetoric. This plays to domestic political identity, increase the religious nationalist framing on both sides. Iran's posture and internal signals. Iran's Joint Military Command has reaffirmed that control of the Strait has returned to its previous state under the armed forces after briefly signaling a reopening. Tehran is preparing to unveil a plan to allow some traffic through the Strait for a fee, effectively turning religious nationalist control into an economic instrument. Iran is trying to convert symbolic control into practical leverage, money, prestige, and proof to its own population. The Islam Republic still dictates terms at a sacred choke point. Sacred choke point. It's wild. Escalation and regional spillover. Naval confrontations continue. Both sides have fired on or seized ships in and around the Strait in recent weeks, with U.S. forces disabling Iranian tankers and Iran firing against foreign flag vessels. Israel's continued strikes in Lebanon, despite its ceasefire and the killing of some. How did the death troops begin? Okay, the conflict is a regional web, not a single front. Religious and ideological alignments, Iran, Hezbollah, Islamic Jihad versus Israel, U.S. keep feeding the fire. Human rights and internal repression. Amnesty International reports a staggering rise in executions in Iran in 2025, over 2,150 people, more than double 2024, contributing to the highest global execution total since 1981. That's insane. Under external pressure and war conditions, Iran is tightening internal control using religious legal authority, Sharia-based courts, to protect strength and to suppress dissent. System-level read, religion, identity, and post-COVID stress. The war over the Strait is now clearly more than shipping. Iran is leaning on its role as Shia revolutionary vanguard. U.S. leadership is using apocalyptic absolutist language that resonates with certain religious and nationalist constituencies. In the background, the same post-COVID... Oh, this is a great... Bum 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 ba da 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 bum 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 da da bum 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 bum. Okay, sorry. In the background, the same post-COVID dynamics we talked about, collapsed trust, identity anxiety, migration-driven polarization, are what make this kind of maximalist rhetoric politically profitable instead of politically suicidal. Realistic, hopeful point of the day. Despite the threats and ship attacks, both sides are still talking about diplomacy and a deal. Iran's foreign minister says they are trying to maintain the shaky ceasefire to give diplomacy a chance, and U.S. officials keep hinting that an agreement is going to happen. That gap between words and actions is dangerous, but it also means the door isn't slammed shut yet. If you want tomorrow's brief to learn... Okay. All right. And that be all. Okay, so that took about 13 minutes. Probably going to take 15 minutes on the regular. That's pretty cool. I think just going through those things, we'll give it a try. We'll see if it's